Hello, hi everyone. Hi Rajesh, good morning.
Good morning, Mansi.
Good morning Anjali, good morning everyone.
Good morning.
Rajesh, you there?
Yeah.
I think let's get started, Rajesh.
Yes. Let me share my screen and then start. Good morning, everyone. Um, Hope you all can see my screen.
Yes, we can hear.
Okay. Welcome, everyone. Good morning, and welcome everyone to our summary of the leading book. Start with why. With yesterday, we have successfully completed reading the complete chapters, all readings of this book, and today we have gathered here to discuss about the takeaway from this book and what is the important lessons we have read from this book. So the the author he has explained about in this entire book, whatever we are doing any activities or whatever we are starting something, if you know that why we are doing this, we will be able to success and we will be able to involve more. So we have read a lot of chapters we have covered in around 14 chapters we have covered in this entire book. So I have sum it up everything with these small presentations. I have a option now. Do you want to? I think I have prepared each slide for each chapter with each slide. And do you want to discuss each slide, or can we go through each slide? Then you start sharing your thing, or you want to share your thoughts. When do you want to share your thoughts? How do you want to take it forward this session? Each slide I can stop and I can continue, or do you want me to complete all slides and then we can start discuss about it?
Rajeshi, I think you complete all the slides. That would be better because many of us have not read the book. So that would be great if you finish the book first, finish all the slides first.
Okay. I'm sorry, I have a little cough. Okay, so this entire book is a one quote message or important quote the author talked about. People don't buy what you do, and they buy why you do it. See, these entire sessions he talks about the leadership and the business and how the organizations they have followed the why principles. For example, the Wright brothers when they have started something, how they have achieved because of the why as involved. And Apple, we all using their Apple products, and the Apple how they have the revolution happened in the PC world by following that the why method. An example that Martin Luther King he has without the social media whatever we have currently, without that all these things he has gathered around 250,000 people to that movement. These all have achieved by these leaders because of they have strong why in it. So uh, this is what we are going to read, or we are going to see this entire book. The first chapter they talk about assume you know. This is the first chapter of this book. Okay. So in this chapter, he has a challenge about the assumptions of why. And when we are having assumptions in this one, what are the confusions are happening and how the inconsistency is happening, and when when we replace the assumption with that intuition, we are taking the true purpose or true purpose of the why. The core message of the first chapter, what we have read, know your purpose and communicate it clearly. When we have a purpose is clear, and when we communicate to organizations or the leaders, when they are able to communicate, they were able to success. That is what we have read the examples of Martin Luther King and Wright brothers. Even the Wright brothers, the opponent, the other one, they have a complete legacy of fund, and they have the core team and everything, but they have not. They are missing out that why part. Because of that, they are not able to succeed. And the Wright brothers, they were able to succeed succeed with their uh, uh, mission when they because of they are clear about the why part. Then the second chapters we discuss about the carrots and sticks. Anyone would like to, I think, Anjali, or anyone would like to share or would like to pitch in from your
So yeah, I'll just explain little. Already you have written on the slide. So this is about like how they try to attract the customers, how the companies they give in promotions, the kind of promotions or the sales they are giving, how they try to attract. But author explains it's not a long-term success. They won't be earning. It is the short-term sales that earn them good customer, but later on it is the why, like loyalty. It does not give loyalty to the company, but it only attracts a customer for a short while. Those companies which propagate their why very strongly, they have loyal customers, and they don't have to depend on these short term lucrative ideas about sales or promotions or price dipping in the price, all those things, no? So this is, I think, this is what it explains in this chapter.
See, sometimes when we see the organizations, they want to increase the sales or something, they come up with some ideas about offers. We even when there's something the sales period, I think the festival time, we have seen something offers they have introduced, buy two get one, or something they have introduced with that promotions about the free things. They have these are the things the manipulating. That is all the carrots and sticks. So the manipulating with achieving the success. Some organizations or some people, even if they are not clear the why and they want to increase the sales, they use this method about manipulating the techniques, and they make people to peer pressures. That means they enforce. Without this, we will not be able to survive. Sometimes when we some of your friends using something, they make they are using I don't have, or they are using the latest technology, they are using the latest trend, and the organization they make a trend insane, making force or selling the products by forcing to buy. This is what techniques people they use it. Then other things, the third chapter, the golden circle. So the core message of this particular book, the golden circle. He has explained in this chapter the golden circle why, what, and how. So the why it is clear about purpose, and how is a process, and what the product. For example, we we are not only should about clear about why, we should know about how, and the the the, the what. The what is the ultimate the outcome of the particular product or outcome of the particular expectations. For example, the Martin Luther King Jr. and the Wright brothers, they want to have an outcome of the product, but the how the how will be taken care of by that the employees, organizations. But as a leader, they should be clear about the why part. If they are clear about it, the leader, they should be able to inspire them with the why part. Only then the organization, the employees, they can understand, they can take care of the how part, and then ultimately what they can achieve. So here the what means the what the every company or that every organizations or every human, the leader, what they want to achieve it, how they are going to making, how they are making a process, how they are going to bring the system in it, all these things. But that why part, they are making it clear about the purpose, the cause, the belief. So when it is the inside out, that means the why, what, so why, how, and what. When we do this, that grows. Instead of that, when we are going to the extrinsic way, how, what, how, why, then ultimately we are the team or organizations, they are going to missing out uh, later part. Anyone, the book, those who read this part, would you like to share your points on this?
No, you covered everything very well, actually.
Okay, let's. The next chapter we have read about clarity, discipline, and consistency. Okay, now we clear about why we are doing it. The leader clear about it. But do you think that that is only is going to help, or that's the only thing is going to make organizations to achieve this one? They should have the proper disciplinely way, they have to align with this the value and actions. Consistently they have to take actions, and well, consistently they have to build, and they have to reinforce with the why part with the every decisions. When we follow this one, all these things, this is a cycle method. The disciplines part, the how part, and what part, and why part, this is the cyclic method to achieve, make the core value. From this chapter here, the core message is authenticity is achieved through clarity, discipline, and consistency. This is not only that organizations, this is for individual as well. When we have authenticity, that will make that core value, or the we will be different, whether it's the organization or the individual, they will be different when they have the authenticity. Okay, here okay, the one part we missed out. This is not opinion, this is a biology. The author explained about that when we are doing something, the limbic brain how it works, and neocortex brain what it handles. This is kind of people taking emotional decisions fast, and then they rationalize them logically. How the why part is clearly about the limbic decisions, and the neocortex what handle and how they are going to do it. This chapter, the author explained about uh, how we can, what brain works, and when we are focusing on, when we are sharing something, what brain works. But sometimes people are so logical about it, but in those people are those things the neocortex brain works. By this way, the organizations or the something advertisements is infuse our brain and making to take decisions. Most of the time, sometimes we take decisions based on the emotions. In the next chapter, the emergence of trust. Okay. The, any success, whether the individual or the organizations, that they have to create a proper, they have to create a trust in it. Okay, if you're going to buy any product, or if you're going to convey any message, do you think, I think other persons, whether you are going to lead a team, they, as a leader, they have to create a trust within them. Or if that's in an organization, they should be able to build a trust. Okay, I'm going to buy it. I'm going to I'm going to use it. I'm going to buy this product, and I'm going to get benefit out of it. And even if there is any leader is conveying the message to the audience or the team members, they should be able to build a trust that will convey, or that will make more impact with them. The trust means the person who explains is about, the person should have the authenticity all about. The trust cannot be demanded, and it must be earned through the authenticity. This can be in personal as well. We don't trust anyone blindly. We have to, over the period, how their activities are there, how they behave, and how they are coming up with ideas. That's how we build a trust. It is especially, I think, when we are going to buy any products as well. When we have a trust, that will, for example, if you may trust with something, any company, for example, the Tata product, or that if there is any product, this Apple product. Even though if there are many other products are there, when we have a trust on this one, we just go and buy it. We don't think about a lot. So when we have a trust, it will make more value, or the more closeness it will bring it up to take decisions by the people or by anyone. The next chapter about tipping point tips.
So I can just add what I understood from this chapter. So I had been aware of the why chapter, the three things, why, how, and what. But this chapter was a game changer because it emphasized that only having a why does not help. It need to have a very strong how, and there are different people with different strengths, in which like some might be good at having a strong why, but they need partner with people who will be able to execute it, and who know the how better. So when they have given examples of Walt Disney and even Apple, where how they partnered with people of strong how, and that's how the teams and their missions and their vision, they succeeded in the vision, because they had this strong how also along with the why. So the how is a very defining factor if your idea is going to be successful or not. So just having a why will not work. Having a strong how is equally important, and that's how you reach to the what, and you understand what you should be doing, and then when the why, how, and what is aligned, only then you can be more successful with your vision. Yeah, please add to it whatever you would want to.
Thanks, Mansi. In this chapter, the authors, he has classified about that 5 different mentality when something, the product has been introduced, or something, when we want to share any message to any audience, or you want to influence anyone. He classified as it 5 different categories: the innovators, early adopters, early majority, late majority, and laggards. So the innovator, there is the one, totally they have around 2.5%. They are the risk takers. If any product coming in the market, they are going to buy. They are the innovators. The early adapters, those who are value the new ideas. Hey, this product has something important, or this product something that's going to add more value. They are the early adopters. So these people are going to major play when any organization something releasing the product, or when you are as a leader, if you're going to implement a new idea to the team, you don't know that, I think, how much it's going to reach everyone. But when we identify these innovators and early adopters, by making them to convincing them, accepting them, then that will spread across everywhere, and it will capture the other markets as well. The early majority and the late majority people, they are the one around 68% of people. This is the value. It applies everywhere, whether it's the organizations or is there any new the product implementations, or whether you're going to release or introduce a new idea. These are the things he has covered in the tipping point tips. So, okay, now start with why, but know how. Here,
Oh, I think I covered this part. Sorry for that. Yeah.
yeah. So here, the start with why and but know how. If someone going to, if a leader going to talk about sharing some ideas and implementing something, if the person doesn't know how to do this, then the followers they may not be able to connect that much. The person has, see here, visionaries always have a visionaries always need how types for the balancing. Why provides a vision, but that the how defines the disciplines to achieve it. As a leader, they have to split that why part and also should know about how we have to achieve it. Not only that, I think if you want to have a small any movement or anything ultimate goal, they have to make it. They have to step by step. Okay, I have this is what we are going to achieve it and how we are going to achieve. These are the process we have to follow. These are the implementations we have to handle, and these are the changes we have to bring in. And if that is something failure, how we are going to adopt it and accept it, and then we are going to rechange it. Then we can proceed. So in this chapter, he has explained about not only defined with the why, we also should know about the how.
Rajeshji, may I add something
Yeah,
there in
yeah,
chapter
please.
8? Chapter 8.
Yeah.
So it's like that why and the vision and execution go hand in hand. So even if a person who has a clear vision or who has a clear why doesn't know how, he can also partner. So few examples what author has given, like Walt Disney. Walt Disney and his brothers. Walt Disney had the idea of entertainment, free entertainment, and or lot of fun for the kids. But his brother, he handled the financial part, and that is how Walt Disney he got that fame and name, and he established the Disney World. It shows that why and how is not necessary that one person should take lead in both the parts. If he doesn't know how to handle the how, he can always have a partner, or he can always have a good team who can work to take ahead his why, his vision. So one example I just shared.
Yeah. And also, there is one thing the author here has also mentioned that in this chapter, say it only if you believe it. If we don't believe, as a leader, if the leader doesn't believe it, then we won't be able to convey the message to the team or uh, anyone. Even sometimes when we are saying, I think, as a parent or as a family or something, if we don't convince something, we will not be able to convince with we won't be able to convey the message with the full of convictions. We have to ask ourselves when we are sharing something, the new idea, or when we are implementing something to people, are we going to are we going to share this the full convictions, or if I'm in these positions, I'm going to follow it, whatever I'm going to share. That is more important to follow by others, because people these convictions play a major part to implement or to make a success on this particular uh, message or particular uh, outcome. Here, know why, know how, then what. He has not mentioned that. Know what, know how, and then know why. That's even if you saw that the golden circle also has clearly mentioned that first you know the why and the know how, and then the know the what. What is the result of your why and how combined? Okay, if what lives away from the why, then we are losing that authenticity and the trust, and we are losing that entire thing. A strong why always aligned with that clarity in the products or the actions or the outcome, whatever we are going to do. So here the organizations thrive when what clearly reflects why. So the important core message here, your what must always reflect your why. Your what must always reflect your why. That is what the core things is why. If any organization something, when we started with something, they have a mission, they have a vision, I'm going to make changes in this in the community or something, then over the period or over the time they focus on the business and the profit and how I can make a revenue higher. If they are focusing on this one, they completely forget about why they have started this one. So such things it may not be able to sustain. Sometimes if you see the any business they have started with something, then slowly they have evolved something else which is not meeting that the core value. Then ideally it is lose that. I think that it will lose the trust and it will lose the purpose of the particular business or the particular message or the particular the outcome. Here we can see that um, yeah, the great leaders always, the organizations, they are always inspired with that actions of why and ensuring that the how and why, the how and what part remains consistent with that core purpose of the why. The chapter 10, communication is not about speaking, it's about listening. Anjali, Mansi, would you like to take this step, take this one?
I haven't read it actually, so I won't be able to contribute on this.
Okay, Rajesh, just few words. So, communication here, what author says that how the leaders are communicating their why to the customers. Basically, the book is upon the company and customer relationship and how the people connect, how the leaders connect with the why. It is to be communicated through the logos, through the slogans, and if it is clear, the people get attracted. So that message, the communication is all about how it is communicating its why, its vision, or its the belief. The leaders they are expressing it, and it is through the logos or the slogans they use, or in advertising how they are propagating their product. So the through that their why should be clear, and if it connects with the customers, they get good customer, they get loyalty, they get trust. So that communication is a very important part in any business.
Yeah.
Like a few examples, like throughout the book, author has been quoting Apple. Apple always conveyed that technology is for everyone, and it was challenging the status quo. Like, why the technology? Because that time computers were very difficult and very costly product also. So Apple said it should be in the reach of every person. So it was challenging that status quo, and that why was conveyed. So people connect with Apple. They buy the product, although the rates are high, although the prices are high, but the why is clear. So the communication was very clear. Throughout the book, Apple is the example. I think that is the core example what he is taking along, that when the why is communicated clearly to the customers, you get loyal customer, you get trust, and you get long-term success. So that is all communication is all about, I think.
Yeah, thank you, Anjali. In this Apple product, consistently they are messaging that they clearly that why do you have this particular product. I think they are, for example, when they are introducing the product, the iPod, they mentioned that I think at that time I think the music industry was evolving and we did not have that much feature. But that one point of time they have introduced with 1,000 songs in your pocket. At that time, you can just imagine the 2 decades, 2 to 3 decades back, when they are having any music, they have to a small case or something, and they put it into their, they carry it and all those things. There are a lot of things involved, but the small devices combined with that, the multiple songs, they are making that, hey, why you have to carry this? I think why you have to be, your life will be easier, and you will get that benefit. They are constantly then explaining that and making that the loyal customers. So you can, he also talked about the Disney World. Disney World. The parents are trusting that the Disney, the connections, the cartoons, whatever they have, they can create. I think when they are going to the particular place, uh, they can create happy moments. The Disney World and whatever it was created, they are coming up with this. You can enjoy this one. You will have the cartoons and the characters. People, your kids will love it, and they will have a good time. That is what they are focusing on, that to explain about it. So when we have communicate to them, when we are the organizations or the leader, when they are communicating to the subordinates, this is what we are going to succeed by doing this. When they are communicating very clearly with the message, or by the logos, or by the slogans or something, so that will make more bonding with others. Okay, so we have chapter 12. This is a split happens. Okay. When the organizations becomes obsessed with that what they do, for example, the profits and the systems and everything, rather than the why they have started, as I just explained before, when they were diverting that the what part, or making business more with the diverting from the why part and focusing on that the profit and other things, then they lose that grip on the lose that the trust from this one. I think that was the one in the school bus test was, there's one chapter he has explained about how the organizations, the leaders they found embedding that why part. In embedding the why part is more important, or conveying to that the company employees or everyone, to each and everyone, not that the leaders or not that the core people, they should be able to adopt this why part, why we are in the organization, why we are releasing this product, and why we are doing it. That is the series of bus, and it will achieve the targets or achieve the actual outcome. Here, the true leadership ensures that why lives beyond individuals. This is, yeah, I think here, I think there's one important example he shared about that Apple. There was situations, Apple, the Steve Jobs, he was leaving the organization, and when he left the organizations, how the organization diverted from the actual why to, by adopting that actual why to that, they are focusing on how we can make more profit, and then the company went down and the sales went down, and how they were impacted. Then he came back. I think one part after he coming back, then again he introduced everything about how why you have to do, when we whatever we are doing something, when we include that why part, how the transitions are happening, the split is happening from that failure to the success. Here are the origins of why. uh, if any organization or if any individual, if they are running with the purpose driven means, uh, whatever the activities or whatever the actions they are doing it, if they know the purpose or if they know about that outcome or why they are doing it, then that will make more value. Here, if you want to move forward, you have to reconnect with that where you begin, or where do you want to sorry why do you want to achieve, why you have started this one, or why you have implemented all these things. We have to keep on revise and keep on reinvent uh, this part, so that people will be aligned with this, everyone will be aligned with the core value. So this is, I think, he has author explained about that the Microsoft and Bill Gates and Apple and Steve Jobs. When something the leadership changes, when they have started with something and then the leadership changes in the next followers, if they are not able to adapt, and how what the impact it will going to happen. If any organizations, if they have a blotter with the strong culture and the strong system oriented, then there is no any problem for the next two who are coming up. They will be able to adopt. When they are missing out these parts, the core values and the core message and the core purpose, then that will be difficult for when that changes happens. It will be difficult to adopt, and it will be difficult to succeed further. Then the last one, the new competition. So the goal is here is to not like beating the competitor and competitor, or we have to do the better. We have to do better by the competitor or others. We have to check ourselves how we have done that. I think we have to improve ourselves. And competing with the others leads to the imitations. Competing with yourself fuels growth. It is apply everywhere. I think even if each individual, when they are focusing on something, when we are start comparing about with others, purposely ideally we are going to lose the core value. But when we come with that, how I did better yesterday and how I'm going to do now, if we focus on that self basis, that is the actual growth. This is applies whether it is that succeeded one or something is if they are starting or something we are starting some in the starting new. We have to compare, or we have to check how I did well and how I did yesterday and how I'm doing now. That will make that the good competitions, instead of comparing with others or comparing with uh, whatever they have succeeded or whatever the others in this market. So here, the compete to stay true to your why, not to win against others. Okay, these are the quickly I think I have whatever we have read in the entire chapters, entire day. Just I capture the 3-4 essence of the few sentences, and I just shared. Now I can give it to the team, and you can please you share your thoughts, whatever. I think there are some members they have joined new today, and some of the members first time they are joining. Those who have read this complete book, please you start sharing your thoughts and start sharing your points or your learning or your takeaway from this book. Or if you want me to talk about any particular chapter, please you can insist. We can talk about it. Who would like to start with this? Vansi, Anjali, Manish ji.
Rajesh ji, although you have explained very well, I'll just give two examples because they really connected well. First was the story of two masons, two stone masons. And when asked, one said that he is laying the bricks. The other said, I am building a cathedral. So the purpose is very important. The why is important, whatever we are doing, either in business or in our personal life. That why should be clear. And when we have a purpose, the clarity in purpose is so important. It only gives a proper outcome, or it only leads to success. So that was very inspiring example. And other one, like the Martin Luther King, it is not only the product or the services what we are selling, what we are trying to connect, like show to the people to buy. It is also like how we connect with the people. Martin Luther King was fighting for America's for the equality and dignity of all in America, and that belief, that thought only, it connected the people, it connected the masses, and the people followed. It changed America. It changed the laws. It changed. It was like, and it was a very peaceful movement. The way he had followed the non-violence, like Gandhiji did. So these are the things how we are conveying our why, and how we are very clear with our why. That is it. It applies everywhere. So the core idea, clarity in the why, and how and what, they automatically get aligned if we are very clear and very strong with our whys. So this was my takeaway from the book. That's all, Rajeshri. And it was wonderful sharing. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Anjali. Anybody else would like to share?
So yeah, I just want to add like one or two points. Like from the book entirely is, and I would say it's a must read for any entrepreneur or business person, or someone who is into creating or building something, because it helps us a lot. And even from the branding perspective, it talks a lot about how you should, like, why you should have a very strong vision and mission. And even one thing that is very important when we talk about why is also our values. So when we are very clear with our values, then we pass it on with the organization or whatever idea or vision we are working on. Then it's conveyed, as Rajesh also said it one of the slides, that the core of that is, when you know the why very clearly, the how, the what comes from the why, and how is a part of it. So combination of why and how, you can create a what, and when your what, in your what, your why is always reflected. And in the chapter where it talked about split happens, they also conveyed and talked about, sometimes it happens over a period of time that people, although they have started with the why, when organizations and things grow, initially the decision maker is only one person, but when things grow, the why might get deviated, or it is not really well passed on, or maybe it's forgotten over a period of time. And that's how even the organization and their success derails, or it comes down if they deviate from their why. So it is very important, like through the process, the why, how, and what are aligned, and they remain the same, and you always keep making sure that your what is aligned with your why, and everyone in your team and system knows about it and believes in it as strongly as the leader. So yeah, this is something I just wanted to add along with whatever we have already covered.
Thank you, Mansi. I would recommend those who have not read this book. I would suggest that please you read that book, or you can go through that summary, whatever you have shared. I think the individuals summary, or the everyday wise we have whatever discussed, and we have combined everything in that particular document. You can go with that to get to know that what is the essence of this particular book. But this entire book, the author he talks about always comes with that the why part to be clear. The why part, I think, even that life purpose as well. If sometimes when we start something or when we are doing, when we clear about this purpose, or when we clear about that why, then we can, how then automatically it will, over the period, the process, we will come to know how how we can do it, and what we can do it, or what changes we have to make it. But that when we lose that the grip, or when we lose that the core value, then it will completely dilute, or it will completely go away what we are, what we have, what we want to achieve. That is what he clearly he has mentioned that in this book, the again and again. Again, I just want
I'm not able to hear.
Yeah, yeah. We are missing your voice. Rajesh.
Hello.
Yeah,
Hello.
now you're, yeah, please carry
I
on.
think something, the internet fluctuations is happening, I think.
Yeah, you'll have to repeat a few things because we missed your voice completely.
Okay. Okay, the author he has clearly mentioned in this book, one of the core, the phrase he has used, that the people don't buy what you do, they buy why you do it. Similarly, when we share something to subordinates, or when we share something to the family or something, even the people are listening. When we clear about it, when we say something, are we following it? Are we making them to clear about it? Why we are asking? Why we are making them to do it? If we convincingly accept it, then it's very easy to transfer the message, or transfer the message with it full of convictions. That is what the great leaders and organizations they inspire actions by starting with a clear sense of purpose. That why part. This is the why clearly clear. Why it is because the why clearly represents what cause of this, what they believe, and what reasons for that existence, what reasons they are uh, continuing with this. So when we clear about the why, then automatically we can convey the message, and then how we can achieve it, what we can achieve it. That is, uh, it will create the trust, loyalty, and then the long-term success. Long-term success. Uh, Another important chapter in this one, the golden circle, he has mentioned that why, how, and what. We have to communicate. I think as a leader, we have to communicate from within. That is the why, how, the what. Instead of that, not with extrinsic words. And then the inspirations over manipulations. If we do manipulate the things, or if you manipulate the ideas, then it will not go for the longer run. But instead of that, if you're going to we create that the true inspirations by motivating them with the loyalty, that will long for the longer time. As a leader or as a business owner or something, that the inspiration is very important. That shouldn't be taken over by that the manipulating the things, or by the shortcuts, or doing a small way of achieving this. Another important thing is trust and authenticity. We follow people, or we follow leaders, the brands, but for the trust. When we have the trust, when we continue doing, or when we have a trust, we continue doing the leader, and we continue believing what they are expressing. When the trust is broken, then everything will be questionable. Even if it's a friend, if you're going to be combined with your friend, you are trusting the person. When you come to know the person is not trustworthy, then you will always automatically think about what is this person. I think even the person saying, after breaking the trust, the person coming up with something new thing, or the person is going to do something good thing for you, we will start suspicious about it, whether it's the right thing, or whether the person is doing right, or it's going to impact me something. It is individual, or as well as the organizations. The leaderships have to influence the great leaders. Whether in this chapter he has clearly he talked mostly about Steve Jobs, Martin Luther King, the Bill Gates, and all those things, how they are influencing with that the proper communications, and how they are going to believe them, or how they are going to make believe the, the employees and their the team members by their beliefness. So when they are transferring that, when you are transferring that the belief system to the next team members, then automatically the company is going to succeed. So the power of belief is the organizations. When everyone in the team understand why we are doing this, why we are existing, or why the particular things is existing, then it will create that the proper alignment. It will create energy, and it will create the fulfillment in the work. This is not that the product, or this is not something the service, or this is not that something we are trying to overcome, but we have to make them to clear that will align with everyone, and eventually we can make it a success. So I would like to close with, I would like to end with discover your personal why. That causes belief that will drive you. Whether you are doing something, whether you are owning a business, or whether you are whether you are having organizations, whether you are having a team, you focus on that, the why it is very important, and make them to understand, or the team or people to understand the why, and you clearly define everything with that why to make the longer and to make the success. Align your actions, that is the how part, and align your goals, what you want to achieve with this why. When we align these things, that actions and our goals, that is the how and part, the how and what, then finally the outcome will be that the fruitful. As a leader, please communicate and lead with the purpose, not just with the plans and products. You just in the market also, I think if any products are coming up, if they are coming and selling just a product, it's not going to help you. But if it is going to make purpose, if it is going to make make the people life easier, and if they are focusing into this one, then the product actually ultimately it is going to get success. Yes, that is what I wanted to share from this book, whatever we have read for the last 14 days. And this is the book, not that's a one-time read. When we read multiple again and again, we will get a new idea and a new understanding from each and every chapters. There are a lot. There are a lot of chapters inside. He has shared very, very interesting stories that will connect each and every one, and understand that why we are doing it. And by focusing on that why, we can ultimately we can achieve that what we want to have achieved. Is there anybody else would like to share anything? I am talking continuously. I'm just sharing what is my understanding. Maybe your understanding would be different, and you are taking from these chapters maybe something different. Is there anyone would you like to share your thoughts? Okay, before going this, I think this tomorrow we are going to read that. I think with this today we are completing this book, and tomorrow we will have the Happiness Project by Deepa ma'am. Every month we continue reading the book. Please you join tomorrow. You can join that. We will have a next 2 days. We will read about the Happiness Project for this month of October, and the next week we will take some small break for 3 4 days, and then we will have a poll in our group what book we are going to read next. Please you start choose your participate on the poll, and define that which book we are going to read, and then we can define some dates the next week what book we are going to read and what how we are going to continue. Now we have few more minutes. Anyone would like to share your learning, your aha moment, or your takeaway from this book? Yes, Deepa ma'am, are you sharing something? You unmute.
Yeah, I just want to invite everyone, all the readers today, to join for Happiness Project reading tomorrow. Happiness Project is a book written by a American writer, a blogger. She's talking about her mission on fulfilling certain resolutions and goals every month. So it's from developing her personality to building her career to be a fitter person, having a better social circle, and having a very good relationship with her children, with her own self. So it's all about that. So tomorrow and the after tomorrow, we'll be reading the chapter on October. In October, what are the goals she's going to fulfill and how she goes about it. Extremely inspiring book and a lot of takeaways, and we can implement many of it in our life. So I welcome everyone to join our reading session tomorrow. Thank you. And this was a great book read, Rajesh. I really appreciated the way you have concluded by capturing all the essence of the book again. Thank you. This was brilliant.
Thank you, Deepa ma'am. Thank you so much for your insights and for the next reading, tomorrow's reading. Anyone would like to share? I think yesterday
Wonderful
we just
presentation, Rajesh. The wonderful way of actually presenting everything together uh, on the last day of the reading. That's just amazing. We'll just keep this following this as a structure going forward. Thank you for bringing that up. Uh, so for me, uh, the whole chapter, whatever you covered, I think you covered everything very well. So everything is almost covered. So for me, the whole core and essence of the whole book is identifying our why, then defining our how, and then ideating for the what, and then making sure that everything is always aligned, and how we can stay aligned and work on our purpose with that. I think that if we are just always in sync with all of these, I think everything will work out really well for us, including maybe for our B club also, or everything. Like, we are already doing the same, but maybe we can focus and concentrate a little more on how we can make it stronger. And even for a personal life, or your business or brand, whatever you want to work on, I think it all always makes sense. Even if you're a parent and you want to raise your kids, even it applies there. It's like a magic formula which applies everywhere and anywhere, if you follow through. So yeah, that's what I that was my key takeaway from the book. So yeah, thank you.
thank you, team. Yesterday, I think I was very excited after completing this book and after making sum it up everything. And I prepared the presentation yesterday. Unfortunately, this morning when I come and open my laptop, the presentation what I have prepared, I lost it. Even I could not figure it out. So in means short time, I think I have prepared the presentations. I think I was other presentation was something different, different content and different preparations. But last moment, somehow we want to run the show and prepared something. And I was a little nervous and little yeah, again, I think I would say that I think here my clear part is the why. I think I want to clear. The why part is clear is I think I wanted to share the message on whatever we have read it, but there was something problem happened in between, and there was something disturbance happened, and there was something missing happened. But that I think I don't want to cancel this, or I don't want to leave the sessions, or I don't want to make anything because of we want to share our learning and we want to be the community. We have to give the platform to share each other what is their learning from the sessions. That made me to keep aligned, and that made me to prepare something in that short time and coming up give you the presentation in this session. uh
Uh,
Sorry, I think
that
there may
that
be
is a
something.
practical example of when we have a stronger why, we are unstoppable, and any we don't have excuses, but we have solutions to our problems. So wow, thank you for sharing that. In fact. And you did an
Thank
amazing job. Sometimes it happens for a reason. Maybe what came up in that few minutes was maybe even profound and better than what you might have created putting in hours. That's happened with me for some of the college assignments and all also. But I have always observed that whenever you do a second round of creation of something because of any mishap or something, I don't know, somehow for me, it always came out better and stronger because of the clarity I gained through the through putting in the hours of work earlier. So I don't know if it was the same for you, but uh, so whatever you create, like for me, whatever I took like for 8 hours, for example, to create, in the second layer of creation, I could do it in 1 hour, and it came out even better. So, and it came out even stronger than I could have created otherwise. So I don't know. I feel it's the same with your presentation today because we all felt it and we all really loved it. So thank you for that.
Thank you, Mansi. I think thank you for your sharings. Thank you for your support all over the time and all over this reading. uh, how many of you here the first timers today? I think I have Simi is the first time he was joined. What about others? Any first timers today joining this session? Okay, Simi, would you like to?
Samita and Ranjita are also
Yeah.
joined for, but they are not so
Okay.
regular. So maybe even they are. Vidya had joined for this book also. I think sometimes Vivek is there on and off. Yes, but all of these people are a little. They are new to the group as such,
Okay.
like compared to like the regular readers as such.
Super.
Good morning to all.
Yeah, Pranavi.
Yeah, thank you so much, Rajesh and Mansi. Thank you, Rajesh, for selecting this book. I've really, I mean, the moment I saw the book, I was like, okay, but then when I went into the depth of it, it's really good. It's due to you I was able to get into this book and take the knowledge. So thank you all for your sharings as well. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, Pranavi. Team, I think that this community is not that any. The core, the essence of this community, we all want to lead book. I think see that if those who want to a leader, they should be a leader, and every book is very important in our life. Sometimes we don't get time or we find some excuses not able to read a book. That is why we have as a community we come together every day morning fixing up some time. We have some afternoon reading books as well. I think that we have another person, Manisali, she's going to start a new book. So this is a platform we can come together and uh, we can read together and we'll be aligned with the community and we'll be able to share our thoughts and we can also listen from others what they are thinking, what is a different perspective. So please keep joining and keep involved and keep learning from this community and always welcome if you have any thoughts or any ideas coming up to implement how we can take it to this next level, this the reading community to next level. Please you share your suggestions and I would suggest keep joining. I think attend the meetings and the live sessions in the morning when we have a good number of audience, good number of people. That will help. I think that will create a good vibration, and when we have a good sharings, that will create something the good takeaway for everyone the entire day. And we can start with some day with a positive note, and we can carry forward the entire day. That is why we start every day morning at 7 o'clock. We join together and read some books. Those who have joined the first time, please you keep joining, keep coming, and please you if you want to have any feedback about this session and whatever we have presented, or if you have any thoughts, something or any suggestions, please feel free to send me the direct message, or you can post it in the group. Even I think I'm happy with that. I think, hey Rajesh, what you come with the presentations, you would have done something better, or you would have something, you would have come with something more convictions or the more good points. You should have delivered something in a good way. If you have anything, please you feel free to share me. I'm happy to accept your points and then I can implement. So this is a place where we can learn and we can improve inch by inch. And I'm not going to compare with I think the Star Wars or that the better thing. I just want to compare myself for how I did yesterday and how I'm going to do. So that tomorrow I want to do something better. Whether it's the presentation or whether the hosting a book or whether it is something or the reading something, please feel free to share your thoughts. Personally, I'm asking you can give me your suggestions as a friend or as a brother or as a co-leader or whatever you can consider me. Uh, Consider me as a friend and consider this community is we all together and we all together reading and leading and evolving. Thank you so much. We started, I think it's almost 1 hour. I think I don't want to take you more time. With this, I close this meeting and we will be here for a couple of more minutes. And then please you, those who want to leave the sessions, please feel free to leave. And those who want to share any thoughts, please unmute
Thank you
yourself
all,
and
and
you
you
can share
all
it.
have a great day. Bye bye.
Thank you so much for the way.
Simi